Salt Typhoon, a cyber espionage storm shaking global security. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something big that's shaking up the cybersecurity world. The US has just accused China of launching a massive cyber espionage campaign called Salt Typhoon. And trust me, this isn't just another headline. It's a storm that could have major implications for national security, privacy, and even how we think about global cyber warfare. So let's break it down. Salt Typhoon is the name given to a cyber espionage campaign that the US believes is being orchestrated by Chinese state-sponsored hackers. What makes this one different? The targets were some of the biggest telecom providers in the country: Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Lumen Technologies. These networks are huge parts of America's communications backbone, and the alleged breach allowed the attackers to access call records, intercept sensitive conversations, and monitor communications data on a massive scale. And here's where things get even more intense. The targets included high-ranking political figures, people connected to the Trump 2024 campaign, and members of the Biden administration. There are even reports suggesting that the attackers got into federal wiretap systems, which are used for court-authorized investigations. That's next-level stuff. Of course, China isn't staying quiet. Officials there have completely denied the allegations, calling them groundless frame-ups. Chinese state media, like Global Times and China Daily, have gone on the offensive, accusing the US of hypocrisy. They're saying, "You do this too," and framing themselves as victims rather than perpetrators. This back and forth isn't new, but it highlights just how high the stakes are in the cyber battlefield. Both sides are pointing fingers, and the truth, like in so many espionage stories, might be buried deep in layers of secrecy and spin. Now the big question: how did attackers pull off something of this scale? While we don't have all the technical details yet, cybersecurity experts have a few theories. It could be supply chain compromises, where hardware or software was tampered with before it even got into the telecom networks. It could be zero-day exploits, those vulnerabilities that nobody knows about until they're used in an attack. Whatever the exact method, the scary part is that this breach likely went on for months before anyone even noticed. So why should we care? Well, when communications from political figures get intercepted, it's not just about privacy, it's about national security. The attackers could be stealing strategic intelligence, manipulating decision-making by leaking information at just the right time, or simply eroding public trust in critical infrastructure. And it's not just the US that's affected. Reports suggest that Salt Typhoon also hit telecom networks in dozens of other countries. The scale of this operation shows just how far-reaching state-sponsored cyber espionage can be. So what's the US doing about it? The FBI and CISA are urging telecom providers to step up their security game, encrypt communications, centralize network management, and keep a closer eye on threats. The FCC is even proposing new regulations that would force telecom companies to certify their cybersecurity practices every year, with penalties if they don't comply. This isn't just a government problem, it's something that affects all of us. If you're running a business, working in IT, or just care about your own privacy, there are some important lessons here. Strengthening security isn't optional anymore, it's essential. Vetting your supply chain, having a solid incident response plan, and staying up to date with cybersecurity regulations can make a huge difference. And for personal security, it's time to get serious about protecting your communications. Use apps with end-to-end encryption. Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. And if you're in charge of a system, make sure you're monitoring for potential threats. Regular security audits aren't just for big corporations. They're something everyone should consider. Salt Typhoon is a reminder of how sophisticated state-sponsored cyber threats are becoming. It's like something out of a cyber thriller, but it's real, and it's happening now. The line between digital and physical security is getting blurrier, and staying informed is one of the best ways to protect yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you stay updated on stories like this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are we looking at the beginning of a new kind of cyber conflict? Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next one.